Today we started photosynthesis, and photosynthesis and cellular respiration tend to be two of the standards that my students struggle with. It's probably our least favorite to have to cover, as most biology teachers would tell you. So I try very hard when I'm going to tackle something that I know is going to be difficult for the students to create a way that they'll enjoy learning about it and be able to have a hands-on opportunity. So today we did a relay race where we did a live simulation of photosynthesis. We covered both parts, the light dependent and light independent, and the students got to actually be the reactants and the products, which gave them an opportunity to memorize and attach something with those particular skills. The students had different parts in the relay race. One part of the relay race was a bucket full of sunshine, which obviously represented the sunlight that's required for photosynthesis, and a group of students were lined up down the relay race and they held green cups. They were the electron transport chain, and their cups that were green represented the chlorophyll in the thylakoid membrane. So they were passing that sunshine down the electron transport chain. Now, if I went and threw all of the steps of photosynthesis in front of them and told them to memorize it, they would really struggle with that. But now, instead of asking them, so what part of the cell did this occur in, they can actually think back to when they represented the electron transport chain. I had a tent put up to kind of shield the sunlight, because there's the light dependent and there's the light independent parts of photosynthesis, and the tent represented the light independent part of photosynthesis. So glucose is the product in the light independent part. So I had students actually building a glucose molecule inside a tent. I introduced photosynthesis, which is something they've heard about since elementary school. I mean, I can remember as an elementary teacher covering this in 4th grade. So I introduced it. We did this little drag and drop activity where we talked about the products and reactants and the chemical equation for photosynthesis on Friday. I gave a Mastery Connect, like 5-question formative assessment, and they basically were all over the place. Several reds, greens, yellows, it was just not the best results from that day. So today we went out and we covered it hands-on. We moved, we had fun with it, we played with it. We talked about what we were doing out there while we were having fun. I came back in and gave a similar assessment, not the exact same questions, but very similar, and the scores were much better. So this gave students an opportunity to learn something and enjoy learning it, and that makes all the difference, because I can give them something and tell them to memorize it, and it's just not going to happen the way that it happened today, where they actually got to be a part of the process.
Preparing all for success.